Hi YT, it's Naya, and as you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a huge, I mean huge, collective haul. So before I get started with showing you guys everything that I haul, I want to let you guys know that I did not purchase this all at one time. This has all been brought over about 2 months or so. Some things I got in store. I placed a couple of orders online, and then last week Sunday I attended the breakfast before brunch event at Sephora, so I also picked up some items from there. So if you like to see this collective haul, then grab yourself a drink, get yourself something to munch on, get in your comfy chair, make sure your kids are good now before you do all of that, and then let's go and get this thing started. All right, so I also want to thank you guys for all your support, for all the thumbing up you guys are doing, all the amazing comments you're leaving down below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, and you have friends out there that aren't subscribed to the channel, just click that little button up there, and this way you can definitely see everything that I'm picking up and all the new items that are coming out on the market that I've added to my collection. All right, so let's get started. First of all, like I said, this is collective, and the first thing I want to show you guys is this bag right here. It says lipstick is the answer. What is the question? Of course it's Auntie Sephora. You know, you can always count on Auntie Sephora. 1, to get all your money. 2, to always have some amazing things. And 3, most of all, to make you smile, because you will always walk out of there with something that will definitely work for you. And if it doesn't work, Auntie Sephora has the most amazing return policy that you can just take it back, try something else. All right, so the first thing that I picked up was Sephora Pro and Hakuhodo did a collection, and they brought out 5 new brushes that are going to be part of the Sephora Pro and Hakuhodo line. They come in a package like this, and I only picked up one after watching quite a few reviews, because I've been in training for the last couple of weeks, and so when I get out, all I do, or when I have a break, is watch YouTube videos and get caught up. I've noticed that a lot of people feel that these Sephora and Hakuhodo brushes don't all live up to the amazing Hakuhodo name, because you know Hakuhodo is one of the most amazing brush companies. Their brushes are phenomenal. They are uber soft, and so a lot of people are kind of on the fence. They like them, but they're not overly in love with them. I was in the market for a highlighting brush, and so I picked up the Katsubu brush, which is what this one is called, and it retailed for $38. It comes in a package like this, so you have the nice kind of pictogram there. You have your brush nice and secure there. And here is the Katsubu brush. It is this slender tapered highlighting brush, and according to Hakuhodo and Sephora Pro, they best recommend that you use this brush on its side as opposed to using it straight on, using the tip. This way the brush will always retain its original shape. And like I said, this one retailed for $38, but this was the only one I bought, and so far I'm liking it. It's okay. I don't feel like everyone else that it is the one of the most amazing brushes out there. It's decent, but it's not that Hakuhodo line that you are used to if you own any of the Hakuhodo brushes. All right, the next thing that I was in the market for was some new foundations, and so I had a list of different foundations that I wanted to try. One of them being the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel, and I'm probably like the only one out here that has not tried this. I picked mine up in shade 84, which is Cocoa Medium. For reference, I am an NC50 in MAC, and I also can wear NW43. So if anyone out there is my shade, then 84 will probably work for you, and it comes in a bottle like this. I had not tried this because of all the videos I'd seen that a lot of people were complaining that, especially like for you oily girls, that it really wasn't meshing well with your skin. I'd seen some people were breaking out from it, and so without even trying it, I just kind of had put it on the back burner. But I was definitely in the market of trying some new things, and so I picked it up, and so far I am loving it. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. The next thing that I picked up is the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Fluid Foundation, and I picked this one up because my girlfriend Shells, she's been wearing Laura Mercier products for quite a while, and one year we were at makeup show and her skin was beat. I mean, it was amazing. And at that time, I think she was wearing the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. And so I, had kind of been saying for a while I was going to get it, never picked it up, and now I finally did. The only downside that I would say that about this that I'm not in love with is the fact that it is a very liquidy foundation. It's kind of runny. It comes in a package like this, and I picked mine up in the shade Nutmeg. It has this little squeeze spout, and you have to be very careful when going to pour out some of this because it tends to want to ooze all over the place and it just makes a mess. But other than that, the coverage is amazing. It's about medium to full. You can build it up and it looks flawless on the skin. So I definitely wanted to finally give Laura Mercier a chance. Also, while I was doing my Sephora shopping, I normally wear like the Dior Skin Nude, but I had that in shade 60, and I've been wearing it for a while, and it just seems like, and I don't know if anyone else is out there that notices this problem with their foundations, that after you wear them for a while, sometimes it almost seems like they're either oxidizing a little bit more than they normally do, and 60 just to me seemed like it had a lot of red undertones, and as you guys can see, I have like really golden undertones, and so I picked up a bottle of my holy grail, my Dior Skin Nude, and I got that in shade 50. So I'm going to see if that works out much better for my skin tone for me. Usually summer I get a little bit darker, not very much, because one, I hate sweating, and two, I'm really out in the heat. I love my AC, so I stay in the AC. So this is about as tan as I am ever going to get. And then in the winter time, as my daughter says, I tend to lighten up even more. So she be complaining I need some sunlight at that point. Also, from Marc Jacobs, I picked up one of the high filtered light filtering contour powders, and I got mine in shade 60, and it comes in a compact like this. I love the compact. It's kind of big and bulky. Just keeps a lot of fingerprints. You get a huge mirror. And then here are the two highlighting and contouring powders you get. And this is like a really peachy shade. It's very finely milled. And there they are swatched on my fingers. So here's the highlighting side and here's the contour side. And there they are swatched out on my hand. And then the next thing that I picked up from Marc Jacobs that I didn't own was the concealer brush. And everybody raves about the concealer brush because they say it mimics your ring finger. And so therefore, if I can find a product that will help keep from tugging the under eye area, I'm all for it. So here is the number 14 brush, and as you can see, it is kind of slanted on one side, and I guess that is to mimic the bed of your finger. And this is supposed to be phenomenal at applying and blending out concealer under eye. So I picked up the number 14. The next thing I got from Marc Jacobs, I was on a Marc Jacobs roll, was I picked up one of the roller balls in the Marc Jacobs Mod Noir perfume. OMG. Like, if you have not tried this, I'm telling you, it is amazing. I see the big bottle in my future. I mean, I had been getting a bunch of the little minis using my 100-point perks on the different mail orders that I placed. And I was like, okay, the only thing that I didn't like about these is that it comes... The 100-point perk comes in this little dropper bottle like this. And I wanted... the spray, you know, I think I wanted to douse myself in it, but this stuff smells amazing. So the bigger bottle is in my future, along with the new Gucci Bamboo fragrance. Oh, baby, that one right there is definitely coming home with me. So that'll probably be my next big purchase. All right, the next thing that I picked up was I was watching a video and I saw a young lady talk about the Laura Mercier Baked Blush and Bronzer, and this one is in Ritual, and I have that on my cheeks, if you guys can see that. And OMG, like, really, really pretty. And I want to say that the young lady was saying that this happened to have been limited edition, so you may or may not still be able to find it in store. And I was actually able to find it in my store. They had 2 left, and there it is, swatched on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. It has some pink and cranberry swirls in there. And definitely, if you go in your store looking to pick this up and they have a couple, open up a couple of them, because you want to get the ones that have a lot of the different swirl in it. Gorgeous. I really, really love that. The next thing I did was I was looking at Trend Mode. Trend Mode, along with people like Nouveau Cheap, they will definitely make sure that the makeup junkie in you thrives, because you're constantly being inundated with different things that are coming out because they're posting them, and things just appeal to your eyesight and you just go running. So Trend Mode had posted that when Kat Von D was bringing out the new shades of the liquid lipsticks, and I showed you guys a couple of those in my previous video. Well, I happened to be watching a few other YouTubers, and I saw some other shades that now I feel would look good on my brown skin, so I picked up 3 more. And this first one that I picked up is called Mother, and here is Mother. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. The next one that I picked up is called Double Dare. And here is Double Dare. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. And I know you guys are probably like saying, okay, enough with the liquid lipsticks. But that's the crave. And if you don't own any, what are you waiting for? You need to get some liquid lipsticks in your life. And this one, I am definitely going to blame on the Fancy Face. I was watching her haul video, and I had seen this one in store, but I was like, okay, I will probably never wear it, so it's no point of wasting my $20 on it. But after watching her haul, I decided I needed Echo in my life. And here is Echo. And Echo is this really pretty blue that, depending on how the light hits your lips, it will look blue. It could look purple almost. It is just gorgeous. So here is a swatch of Echo. And in my viewfinder, it's coming up blue, so I'm hoping you guys see it as blue, but it might be even coming up as purple. Just really, really gorgeous. So I picked up Echo. Then I also picked up 5 of Kat Von D's new Metal Crush eyeshadows, and they come in a package like this. And this very first one is called Paranoid. And here is the compact. So it's just really plain and simple. You have the Kat Von D logo on here, and you get 2.8 grams of product in here. So that's quite a bit of product for $20. And so here is Paranoid. And when I tell you guys, like, bam, that blue is sick. It is just sick. So here is a swatch of Paranoid. This next one that I got is called Dancing. And Dancing is this gorgeous purple. There it is, swatched on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. This next one is called Iggy. And Iggy is this really gorgeous green shade for all those out there that love the color green. And I was watching Tara Babes, and she showed, I think she has all 10 or 11 of them. I think there's a total of 11 shades. I need to get my hands on that chartreuse color. So there is Iggy. This next one is called Synergy. And here is Synergy. And they're very soft, very finely milled. There is a Synergy swatched on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. And the very last one of the Metal Crush eyeshadows that I got is called Raw Power. And here is Raw Power. There it is, swatched out on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. So as you can see, the pigmentation on these Kat Von D shadows is awesome. And definitely, if you like the Kat Von D products, then you'll definitely take a look at those eyeshadows. The next thing that I picked up was, I was watching a couple of people's videos, and I did not know that Becca had blushes. And so I happened to be in Sephora one day, and I decided to go to the Becca aisle and check for the blushes, because not all of my Ultas or Sephora's have the Becca blushes. So when I actually saw them, I was pretty stoked. So I picked up 3 of them. This first one is called Flower Child. And Flower Child looks like this. So kind of peachy pink. There it is, swatched on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. This next one that I got is called Songbird. And Songbird is so gorgeous. Like, they're all gorgeous. Becca makes some of the most amazing products. And there is a swatch of Songbird on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. And the last one that I picked up, this one is probably my favorite, and it is called Nightingale. Ladies of color, you definitely need to check out Nightingale. It is awesome. It is very pigmented, so you're only gonna need a little bit, but there it is, swatched on my finger. And here it is swatched out on my hand. So those were the 3 Hourglass blushes that I picked up. And I'm just checking around here, make sure I showed you guys all of that. Now, on to, like I said, I went to the Beauty Before Brunch event, and it was held last Sunday at Sephora. If you are a VIB, a Rouge, or I think even Beauty Insiders, you probably need to be checking your emails or have your emails set up so that you get alerts when these special events are being held. And so I went in for that event, and the first thing, you know, I came out like, did I need any more, guys? You know, the makeup junkie in me just can never say no. So the first thing that I picked up in there was, I picked up one of these Josie Maran Argan Skincare Rituals, and this kit has a $39 retail value, but I paid $24 for it. And this is for all skin types, especially sensitive skin. As you guys can see, I will be 55 in March, and so I have, for the most part, I really have fairly decent skin. I don't suffer from acne problems, but I do have sensitive skin. So if I try a product and my skin does not like it, I will get like this slight tingly, itchy feeling wherever I apply the product. And so I will wipe that off. Maybe I'll try again a couple of days later to see if I still get the same reaction. And if I do, 9 times out of 10, I just give the product away. Or if it's something that I, you know, bought recently and haven't used a lot of, then I will return it. So I definitely wanted to check this out, and it comes with 3 items. So you get the argan oil for the cleansing argan oil. You get the nourishing argan oil, and then you get the moisturizing treatment. So this was a $24, and I picked this up in the little aisle of Sephora when you're going toward the register, like walking around the store shopping and having your shopping bag full of stuff. You still are buying things as you're going to the register. Like, Sephora knows exactly what she's doing. The next thing that I picked up is this Josie Maran whipped argan oil body butter, and this was also at the checkout, and this was like $12, I think it was. And this stuff smells amazing. You get 59 mLs of product, 2 fluid ounces, and it looks like this. And it's just a whip. It just smells so good, and it leaves your skin nice and soft and supple. So definitely it's all about taking care of your skin, because if you don't take care of your skin, purchasing all this makeup will do you no good, because in the end the makeup can become the devil and make the products exacerbate and get even worse. All right, next thing I did was, I happened to be watching Tiff Jeff 069 and Miss Diva Light, and both of them did their first impression and reviews of the new Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, and I was hooked out the door, except for like when I was watching Miss Diva Light, and then I went and purchased it. So I got it in the same shade that I have my Genius Gel in, and this is 84 Cocoa Medium. I do notice that it gives off this very weird cast. Now, I'm not sure if this foundation is being marketed and needs to be marketed for maybe all you oily girls, because it seems like everyone that I watch that has oily skin is overly loving this. And then other people who don't necessarily have super oily skin, or maybe have combo skin, they're commenting that they're seeing like this pinkish cast, and they have to either go and doctor their face with a setting powder that will kind of combat that, but I have noticed it. I'm going to try it again before I return it, but I will say that it is a full coverage like Marc Jacobs states. It has an amazing, a gorgeous look and feel. It feels very lightweight on the skin, but that cast is my biggest problem, and I don't know if that is that I need to wear it a little bit longer, and if it oxidizes, does that kind of like calm down? I'm not sure. I've only worn it twice since I've gotten it, and so right now I'm kind of on the fence, but I will definitely keep you guys posted. If anyone out there who's also experiencing that, if you figured out a way to combat that, or is that something that's going away, leave some comments down below. I need to hit Miss Diva like up again and see how she's doing over there with hers. I also picked up the Marc Jacobs Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer, and it comes in a bottle like this. And as you guys can see in my collective haul, me and Marc Jacobs have been best friends, but we're about to part ways because Marc Jacobs is expensive, and unless you just want to spoil yourself, his stuff can be kind of pricey, and so I can understand why people stray away, because I'm about to walk away also, because Marc Jacobs, you're hurting my pockets. But here is the coconut primer. It comes in a package like this with a white cap, and it does have a pump. The only thing that is different about the Remarkable one, this foundation does not come with a pump. It comes with like this little dropper that isn't really a dropper. It's more like Miss Diva like says, like a dotter. So they could have, for $55, they could have given me a pump for that, Marc Jacobs. I might have to talk to your reps about that. But this primer though, I am loving the primer. The primer is very lightweight. It feels good. It has that nice fresh scent of coconut. So I am loving that. The next thing that I did was I let the Sephora young lady at the store talk me into getting the Phase 3 brush that is recommended for use with this Remarkable foundation, or any foundation for that matter. And so I caved and went on ahead and picked it up, and it looks like this. And this is just a short handle kabuki brush, and it's nice and dense. So but I'm not so happy with the amount of money I paid for this. So yeah, Marc Jacobs, like I said, I'm walking away real soon. The next thing that I picked up while I was there, I have seen these for a while. I passed on them, and then I was there and it was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get them. And I picked up both of the Makeup Forever Artist Palettes. I have the #1 and the #2. These are all over the YT, so I'm not going to bore you guys to death with everything about them. I'm just going to quickly show them just in case anyone wants to pick them up while they're still available in stores. So it has this nice cardboard packaging. The #1 is pretty much the neutral shades. And the #2 has some pops of color. And it looks like this. Alright, and I'm coming down to the Y, guys. And then the next thing that I picked up, I had also been watching a few YouTubers, and I've seen a lot of people talking about the Laura Mercier Full Illuminator Visage Powder in Indiscretion. Now, I was going to pass on this one, and I think I did pass on it originally when it first hit the market, because I have the one in, let me grab it out of this drawer, Spellbound. And so Spellbound to me looked exactly like this one. So here is a Spellbound. And let me pull out Indiscretion. And so since I thought they were so close, like it was hard to discern what's the difference in them. So here is Spellbound and here is Indiscretion. But after swatching them, they are totally different. So there's a swatch of Indiscretion. So now I'm hoping this shows up. So here's Indiscretion and here is Spellbound. Now basically they are they're like this close together. So basically, in my opinion, if you have one, you don't necessarily need the other. There's just a slight difference in Indiscretion versus Spellbound. One's a little darker than the other, and that is probably why I am choosing to keep it. But other than that, I should have just maybe stuck with my original plan. I had one, did not necessarily need the other. And then the very, very, very last thing that I want to show you guys is that Sephora had brought out their version of some liquid cream contours. I'm saying liquid, and one fell on the floor. And these are called the Bright Future Gel Cream Concealers. And so these are like $14. And let's see, which shade is this one? This is, I will leave the names of these down below, but I picked up mine's in 15, which is my skin tone. I picked up number 14, which is Toffee, and Toffee will probably be the one that I use to highlight under eye. I also picked up the shade 13, which is caramel, but 13, as you can see if I put this up to my face, 13 is way lighter. It's like 2 or 3 shades lighter, and this would be like for an over exaggerated highlight. And then the last shade that I picked up is number 18, and this one is called Ganache. 18 has a lot of red in it, so I probably could get away with like using 18 to contour with. But these are being doted as being very close to the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer, so but for a very cheaper price at $14. And the last 2 things that I want to show you guys is they gave us this little kind of gift bag at the event, and it looks like this. Really cute. And inside you got a bunch of deluxe products. So the first thing that was in there is a deluxe size of the Detoxifying Black Cleanser by Boschka. You also got one of the Bare Mineral Marvelous Moxie lip glosses, and this one is in Maverick. And it comes like this. So here is Maverick. You got a tube of the L-Octane hand cream, and so you got one of those. You got a deluxe size of the Korres Wild Rose Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial, and this is for all skin types, and it comes in a package like this. You got a little mini of the Professionals by Benefit. You have a super little mini X Sheer Strength polish. And then you also got a Fresh Rose Rose face mask, and it looks like that. So I thought those items were really cute. And then you also got an All Day Eyes, and this is the Bobbi Brown Ready Set Stay Discover Longwear Cream Shadow Pencil, and it comes in all these different shades. So I got that. And then the last things I want to show you guys is I picked up 2 of the Sephora blushes. Please do not sleep on the Sephora line, and in general, Sephora brand products have really been stepped up a whole lot, and they are amazing. This first one I got is number 10, and it's called Oh My Gosh. And get this open to show you guys what it looks like. And here is Oh My Gosh. There it is, swatched out on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. And as you can see, this blush is super pigmented, so definitely you're going to have to use a light hand when using that. And this next one is number 13, and it's called Hot Flush. And here is Hot Flush. And you women of color know that any orange shades look amazing on our skin tone. There it is, swatched out on my finger. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. Alright guys, that I believe is everything that I have collectively purchased, picked up from Sephora. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, leave them down below. And definitely anybody out there that's tried that Marc Jacobs foundation, leave me some comments down there and let me know what you guys' opinion and thoughts are about it. Alright guys, take care, and always know I love you. Mwah. Bye bye.